It is time now for my top 10 NFL safeties in the league right now. This is a fun list to make because, in my opinion, there's a lot of good safeties right now in the NFL, a lot of good defensive players in the NFL in general, there's a lot of talent in the NFL. And so, I am here to rank them, the top 10 safeties in the league right now. At number 10, I have a guy who is a part of a team that wins a lot, and all they do is win, and they win, and nobody really likes them. But at number 10, I have Devin McCourty. Devin McCourty has been a good safety in the NFL for the last couple of years, and he's, the stats don't lie, he's been a pretty good safety. I have him here at 10. I wasn't sure where to put certain guys at first. Eventually, after looking at stats and doing my research, it all fell into place. And Devin McCourty, I think, is good at 10. There are a couple other guys who I feel like I've left off this list, but I think McCourty deserves to be on this list, and I feel like I did a good job of putting him here at 10. I like him here at 10. I think he's a pretty good safety. At number 9, we have a guy who's part of a great defense, and it's Eric Weddle. I wrote a different name earlier, and I checked it out, but now it's Eric Weddle. The Ravens defense is all right. Eric Weddle, was released by the Chargers, not this year, but last year, went to the Baltimore Ravens, and he did a pretty good job with the Ravens, I think there was some uncertainty and some how will Eric Weddle do now that he's older. He's an older guy. I think 9's a good spot. I originally did have him at number 7. No, I had him at number 8. I put him at number 9. I think 9's a good spot. Because of the guy who's at number 8. At number 8, I have TJ Ward. TJ Ward is a pretty good safety. He's a part of a great Denver Broncos defense, and once again, these guys have pretty good stats. TJ Ward has been one of the best safeties in the league for a while now. Once again, he's a part of that great defense in the Denver Broncos defense, part of that great secondary, and he's a big reason why that secondary is very, very good. At number 7, I have a guy who has a very, very great name that almost makes you laugh. At number 7, I have Clinton Dix. Clinton Dix. Clinton Dix is, I just have to say his name a bunch of times, I just have to do it. Clinton Dix is one of the best safeties. Not one of the best, but, if he's on this list, I guess he's one of the best. But he has been a very good safety, and, since, coming into the NFL, he's done a very good job for the Green Bay Packers and their defense. I originally had somebody else, but then I don't do this, but I take someone off the list. Well, actually, I kind of do this. I took him out of the list because he didn't play a full year last year, so I decided to put in Clinton Dix, who played more games and obviously had better stats because he played longer. At number 6, I have a guy who's been very good for the last couple of years. It's Harrison Smith. Harrison Smith has been one of the best safeties in the league in the last couple of years. He's one of the best. I think 6 is a good spot. I was tempted to move him up into that 5 spot, but I did not. Maybe, there's a possibility he jumps back. I feel like in the past he was one of the best safeties in the league, if not the best. But I think as of right now, he's on the outside looking in at the top 5. I could see him sneaking back into the top 5 once again. He's part of that great Vikings defense, and he's a very good safety. I can see movement. At number 5, I have a guy who's part of another great defense. It is Landon Collins. Landon Collins did a pretty good job, for the Giants in the last couple years. He's registered great numbers for the Giants, and he has just played great all around. 5's a good spot. I was tempted of putting him at 4. I did not put him there. If I were to do it again, I would probably put him at 4 because of the guy who is at his spot right now did not play a whole year. But the guy at number 4 is a pretty good safety. At number 4, I have Tyrann Mathieu. Tyrann Mathieu is part of that great Cardinal defense, that Cardinal secondary. He did have a limited year this year due to injury, but I think when he's healthy, he is in the top 5, and he can be considered a number 4 safety in the league. Um, I'm expecting him to have a bounce back year. Have a good year this year. At safety for the Cardinals. Um, I think that that the injury is just a small thing that's going to hold him back, but he's going to come back better. At number 3, I have Earl Thomas. Earl Thomas also had injuries this year that stopped him from playing a full year in the this year. But when he's out there, he's a very good safety. He's one of the reasons Richard Sherman's so good, because all that safety help. But anyway, Earl Thomas, in my opinion, once again, he's a top 5 safety when healthy, and he sure is a top 3 safety when he's healthy. I like him here at 3. I think he can move up. The only reason he wasn't at number 2 or 1 is because of injury. Like I said, it's good. He's good when he's healthy. At number 2, I have Cam Chancellor, who's part of that great Seahawks. Well, that's a good Seahawks defense. I'm not going to call it a great Seahawks defense. It's a good Seahawks defense. Cam Chancellor is a big hitter, very physical, almost like a linebacker, playing safety. That's the comparison everybody always says. That's the little thing they always say. Oh, it's a linebacker playing safety. He's fast. He has speed. He's just one of the best safeties in the league. 2 is a good spot. If Earl Thomas was healthy and played a full year, that's who I would have at number 2. But since he wasn't, I have Cam Chancellor at number 2. At number 1, the number 1 safety in the league, Eric Berry. Eric Berry, came back after having cancer, and he played great. He was comeback player of the year, did all these great things, and just showed why he is the number 1 safety in the league. And I think he got paid, or if he didn't, he is going to get paid. I'm pretty sure he did. Once again, he's one of the best safeties in the league, and he's my number 1 safety in the NFL. And naming Eric Berry number 1 at Eric Reed. Eric Reed plays for the 49ers. That completes my top 10 series. It's going to be interesting to see where these guys end up next year when I do a whole nother top 10 list. But this ends the top 10 NFL safeties. I don't botch.